So usually they're climbing puzzles.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes they're like time trials, climbing puzzles.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's kind of like go where you need to go. And it's, I think, a staple of every single one since.
Yeah.
Um,
These weren't in the first game?
they were not in the first game.
Oh, wow.
And I suppose now that we got time, well, we can talk about the first game.
Sure.
So I know you, when I first brought up that we were playing this game, you said, I think very early on, that you've heard that the first one is very bad.
Yes.
I
hear mixed opinions on the first one. Some people say it's not that bad. Other people say it's the worst thing ever.
I tend to agree with the first one.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad. I think there are some very solid parts. I think there's some very bad parts.
Yeah.
The problem you're going to hear from a lot of people is that it's very repetitive.
Yeah.
Which it is. That's one of its main flaws. And I think one of the things that also gets a bad rap for is that people say that Altair has no character.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
Which I would definitely disagree with if you pay attention to the game even a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So the whole point is that at the very beginning, Altair is a huge asshole.
Oh.
He's the best assassin, and he knows it.
Oh.
So he uses it to his advantage, and he's like brash and arrogant.
Huh.
He gets one of his buddies killed, and that buddy's brother loses an arm because of Altair, because he was too brash. He ended up fucking up the assassination.
Oh my gosh.
And the head of the assassins says, "Fuck you, you're basically all but dying, or we're taking you back to where you started."
Huh.
And basically the whole entire arc of the game is him like learning humility, and like he becomes like a you constantly see that guy with the one arm,
Yeah.
who is entirely your fault that his brother is dead and he only has one arm. And like you both grow to respect each other. You both hate each other,
Right.
but you both grow to respect each other because Altair learns to become mostly a good person. I like that about the character. Like, it's actually a pretty nice little story.
Yeah.
I think the cities are fantastic. It's a lot less, because they don't have like, the databases and everything, you don't know what everything is.
Right.
They all kind of look, it's just like, oh, this is Damascus, this is Jerusalem, and they kind of have their own character. You uncover more of each city as you go along. So there's 9 assassinations in the game.
Oh, okay.
3 cities, 3 districts in each city.
No.
So you kind of uncover more of the city as you go along. I think that's cool.
Not bad.
And each city is pretty unique. Like, Akka is very medieval, like typical medieval gray stone buildings.
Yeah.
Damascus and Jerusalem are a lot different because they're Middle Eastern. And one of the things I think that the games miss that the first game had is that the point of those repetitiveness, like all the missions, there's 2 different like side missions. There's pickpocket, eavesdropping, and that's pretty much it. But
Neither of which are probably very thrilling.
no. And I think what people don't realize is that the reason you do those is because you learn more about your assassinations as you read the info it gives you.
Oh, okay.
So you can do the assassinations themselves without ever paying attention.
Yeah.
Like, it requires you to do I think 2 of the 6 missions.
Oh, okay.
And that'll give you enough info to go on.
Huh.
But if you were to do all 6 and you read all the info it gives you, it can give you an easy way to do the mission. Like, for instance, one of the final assassinations in Akka is the guy's on a boat.
Okay.
Altair can't swim. There's a shit ton of drunks on the piers. Like I told you, they punch you in the face and then knock you into the water and you lose.
Right.
One of the missions tells you that part of the dock is under construction and there are no guards there and there are no people there.
Oh.
And if you take that way, it loops you all the way around the back. You can avoid all the guards. You can avoid like all the bad stuff and it'll take you right to your guy.
That's weird.
But you wouldn't know that if you didn't do the assassinations.
Huh.
So I think what this game and all the later ones miss is that all the assassination attempts are extremely linear.
Okay.
There's only one way to do them.
Yeah.
In the first game, there were several. And I like that about it. You could kind of go about it different ways. But
So which is worse, the first game or the third game?
ooh, in my opinion, the third game.
All right.
It's the
'Cause-
reason I stopped playing.
Because you don't like the third game because like the setting isn't good either, right?
Correct.
Or like okay.
Yeah, I think the characters aren't enjoyable. I don't know. I think it just feels off the whole game. Like it doesn't feel like it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't like the naval segments in that game, which is why I didn't get Black Flag because I knew
Okay.
that was a good.
Oh,
good chunk.
I've heard that the naval parts of Black Flag are the best parts.
I've heard they're very good as well.
So maybe they fixed it.
I have watched a Let's Play of most of it, but
Yeah.
so I kind of know what I get out of it. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of the stuff that people really liked about the first game, they just made way better in this one, and they just added a bunch of neat stuff with kind of like the gameplay, like these and
Yeah.
side missions and.
Yeah, I think I briefly considered trying Syndicate, but mainly because the trailer had London Calling on it, which is a fucking great song.
Yeah. So sometimes in places like these, like obviously we can go ahead and kill these guys and fight them.
Right.
I'm just gonna sit here and wait a little while, see if I can snag one up in my little hay
I
pile.
bet you can. That guy's kind of coming right for you. Oh, never mind.
This guy will.
Okay.
So we'll check to see. Oh, he doesn't come close enough.
Ooh. All right. Well, it's okay. Still
But-
got him. No,
This
guy's
might
gonna
backfire,
come
'cause I think
this
both
thing-
these guys are gonna come at
Oh,
me.
you can definitely get that. Wow, buddy. There you go.
Hid behind the wall. That guy didn't see him.
What the
Heck yeah,
shitting
look at this
fuck.
game.
All right.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's how you beat an assassin. Use that wall for cover. You know what? While we're here, we'll loot
God,
this guy.
That wall just brought us so much joy.
3 florins. What a broke ass motherfucker.
I know.
And bam. Nobody knows we're here. So now this
Master
guy
of the
somehow
night.
hasn't seen any of that.
I
We're
know.
gonna chase this guy.
Yeah.
Who are you yelling to? So this is also an aspect of these tombs. We have to chase this dude.
Oh, nice. This
And
looks more like an actual chase.
yeah, he will wait for you.
Yeah.
Like he'll like be catching his breath kind
Right.
of
Right.
deal.
Right. Uh-huh.
These are pretty fun. They're linear. You know where you're going, but you
Pretty
can't
much just hold X, right?
pretty much
Yeah.
X and forward and it'll do it for you.
I don't know. What do you think about that? Is that good gameplay?
Oops.
I mean, yeah, it looks good, but it's like, are you really doing anything?
That's a good point. I think you do have to pay attention when you are playing. Like it's not just
Well, right. Obviously, you do have to point your guy in the right direction. I'll concede that for sure.
yeah. I'm going about this in the most slow way possible. Just let you know.
Because really, I mean, I would say that like the Uncharted 2 climbing segments are fucking great.
Yeah.
But fundamentally, it's basically the same thing, except you can't just hold X.
Yeah.
So.
And I think like when you compare it to like something like Mirror's Edge, where again you do have to like kind of
Yeah.
really focus on what you're doing. Here's the thing: you really want to kill this guy here
There you go.
with
Nice.
a little bit of teleportation and magnetism, because there are 4 guards in there, and you'll have to fight them as well.
I love like the magnet effect in these types of games. It's great.
Yeah. So you can see the 4 little dots there. They're hiding.
Uncharted 2 is really bad about that.
Oh, some of the climbing.
Like,
Oh yeah.
No, the melee stuff.
Oh.
Like, if you would get, like, someone would be too far away and you would just, like, like...
Yeah. I was thinking too of some of the jumps, like the swing jump
Oh,
you do.
absolutely,
and,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know. But yeah, so that was one of the 6 tombs.
Oh, that's it?
Mhm.
Oh. Alright.
It's the first one. It's pretty short. We'll get some
Yeah.
cooler ones later on.
That was pretty cool. Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, that.
Oh wow.
It's all here. Swords, staves, axes, armor, bows.
Who's that?
Our men will
That's
walk.
Bernardo.
Oh.
I take this gift to mean the Pope consents.
He gave us blessings with the operation.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, Rodrigo.
I like that guy.
Francesco.
Yeah.
See, we'll need to be on hand to
That
make
guy's really flamboyant.
get out of bed for church tomorrow.
What?
Some of the jokes in this.
I know. It's like, again, why?